Hi guys. This is Clayton.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're with Imaging Branches, and this is Coffee. Oh shit. Coffee. I'm gonna scold you. With Queens. Yeah,
Jeez.
girl. So today we're going to talk about the latest episode of Rupaul's Drag Race All-Stars. We're going to be going through all of our favorite moments, just kind of chatting with you guys about what we thought about them. Be sure to leave a comment below if you want to join the conversation. We'd love to chat with you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I wanted to talk about the mini challenge.
There you go.
I thought it was really, really cute. I loved RuPaul coming in serving Andy Warhol realness. I thought that was really funny. And
It was cute, and the challenge itself was fun with them like coming up with. Well, we always get the quick drag, which was fun. So it was cute to see them do that in a way where they're trying to get a pop art portrait.
My favorite quick drag was probably Trixie's, just because it was so different than what she normally does.
True.
It was like, I mean, she barely had any eyeliner on, if any. And it was still a lot of blush. And just kind of like. It was still, I could still see Trixie in it, but
It's the only way Trixie could do a quick drag.
Yeah,
and still show herself.
Because she sculpts so much, I mean, all drag queens do, but she really does. So I just thought it was a nice kind of like different take and kind of different side of her.
I was impressed by everyone's looks though, really. They were all really pop art, so I thought they all did pretty good in general.
Did you have a favorite?
Aja's was great. I really liked hers.
The winner of the mini challenge.
The winner. I loved Shangela's too. The wig was like super fun. No way to bring in some of her style with the pop art thing.
I can't even remember hers.
She had like the braids with like coming out here.
Okay, yeah.
And I was honestly super surprised by Kennedy's. I thought she was really kind of pretty for doing such quick drag with like the dark eye, dark lip, and dark hair. That was a good move. I was most disappointed in BB's just because it was kind of simple, but overall, I liked them all.
The other favorite part of that was one of her, I don't know if she was kidding or if it was like an edit to make fun of Shangela, but when RuPaul said that it belonged in the Louvre, and she asked if it was the bathroom. I wonder if that was like a serious question or not.
She freaking knows what the Louvre is.
You think?
Yes.
I don't know.
She's been around the world. The bitch knows.
No, you're right. Probably.
She's a working girl.
Doesn't she have a song like that?
Yeah, duh. Anyhow, yeah, it was cool. Cool mini challenge. Okay, well, jumping to what I first, was really interested and inspired by with the entire episode, the soup can challenge on the runway. I thought that was a really fun way to pull in, like, the history of Andy Warhol's art and an awesome way to kick off
I thought so.
The Warhol ball. Of the cans that we saw, I was most inspired by the ones who did a good job branding themselves on it, which were, Trixie, because her freaking picture was on it. I'm surprised no one else put their own picture on their can.
Yeah.
So the Trixie's was great. I love Shangela's with the hollow loops. That was really good branding for herself because you knew it was Shangela right away. And then Ben de la Crème's Creme de la Crème.
Yeah.
That pulled all their personal branding into it more obviously than I thought the others did.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think the people that did really good narrations, I thought, excelled too. Before we get too into that, though, I do want to talk about BB. Like, I did not think she did a good job on these challenger, the main challenge at all. I thought that her soup can design sucked. Her narration was good and all of that, and I like that she did peanut soup since apparently that's a thing where she's from.
Yeah.
And she obviously had the tagline about Cameroon in there, and that's obviously a good branding thing. But I hated the red on red design, and I did not like her runway look either. Their runway was disco queen
Couture,
glamour or eleganza extravaganza or something, and I just didn't think it was a unique dress. I thought it was kind of, it fit her well. It was just ugly. I didn't like all the fringe. I hated the neckline. The neckline looked really sloppy to me. And then she ended up winning the challenge with Trixie. But going back to what I was saying, like the people that did the good narrations, I thought excelled.
I thought most of them had pretty fun and interesting narrations, and that's something I wrote down that I want to talk about too. The fact that was all based off of like the Warhol diaries, the way he would like reference all these people in his lives. I thought that was a really smart and subtle way to pull more of the Warhol element into the challenge itself. And I loved all like the celebrity call outs that they had with like Dela talking about the Taco Bell dog.
Yeah.
Being in the Vatican.
That was the
being
other one. That was the other one.
I was gagged by them all, though. I thought they were super fun.
I thought she was so funny. I thought her delivery was really good at the narration. And same with Trixie with, like, her soup can delivery, too. Like, both of hers were really solid. I loved her, like soup can thing, just talking about all the side effects. Because she's just, like, such a crazy kind of, like, off-kilter queen. And to, like, kind of have, like, almost like a prescription drug sort of like concept behind it, I thought was just really funny. Who was your other favorite runway? Who's your favorite runways? Besides soup cans,
yeah,
like the actual
if we're talking
disco.
about everything, honestly, it's so funny to say, but I was inspired by Shangela's a lot, even though the craftsmanship and the overall, polishing of it wasn't like super high end, super expensive. I was more inspired by the actual design than I was the others. This was such an opportunity to go so big with like the couture element of it. I was really disappointed with what a lot of them did with just like simple jumpsuits and really simple silhouettes. So I was inspired by Shangela in that way, but I understand why she was in the bottom because it wasn't great compared to some of the others as far as the craftsmanship goes.
I get what you're saying. Like, if it was a fully realized look and had like a taste level to it, then I probably would have been my favorite too. But if you want to talk about design, that looked terrible. Like, I thought it looked absolutely terrible.
Like I said, I like the concept of it more than like the execution.
Yeah. I see that. I mean, because there was a lot of the same in some ways.
With like, okay, and then my second favorite would have been Trixie's, which was also a really simple jumpsuit. That could have really been taken there with some sort of more abstract element, atop her head or on the headband she had. It was just too simple for me.
Yeah. It wasn't like... Just because the Studio 54 references, like, RuPaul even talked about how crazy it got in there and everything, and everybody just seemed kind of
really
safe, with all their choices. So, I mean, granted, Shangela kind of probably did what she did because she, like, had to sort of switch it up because her dress didn't end up fitting, bless her heart. Sewing machines are hard. Remember to put the presser foot down, Shangela. The next time you are on this show, I'm sure you'll be on there again. All-Star 7 or some shit. Remember to put the presser foot down on the sewing machine. Not that I can talk because I fucking broke our sewing machine like a couple weeks ago. So I'm no master seamstress, but now I'm triggered thinking about the broken sewing machine.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to get into the final lip sync? As you already stated, Trixie and BB were in the top, which I didn't agree necessarily with BB either.
No, I thought that was
super
bullshit.
simple.
It was bullshit.
Yeah, her look was super simple.
And I like BB a lot. I'm really happy she's there. I wasn't kind of like totally gagged when I first found out it was her. Much rather would have had Pork Chop or some shit.
Right.
Or Willem. But her being there, she's been super graceful and she has like a nice aura about her. But I just don't think that she deserved to be in the top.
Right.
Her soup can was poorly designed and her dress just was not.
Well, that's what I was saying right now too, is like I completely agree with you on that point that like I didn't think she deserved to be in the top. I thought Trixie did. I thought maybe
I think Ben de la Creme. I think they were a little
but
hard on her.
Her outfit was really simple too.
I liked it.
She could have taken it before, and she created a really similar thing before on her season with like her Banshee look. It was the same exact silhouette, and she had the same like shoulder thing. So it was a repeat of what we've seen from her before.
I just feel like if you looked at all of the looks that were not a total fail, for example, like Shangela's, if you looked at them all across the board, I think hers stood out. Even if it was
a repeat of what we've seen before. From her.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. I thought they were a little hard on her this week.
Well,
I mean, like the whole 120% versus 100%. Right. I thought that was kind of. I get what they're saying, but.
I mean, on the note of who was in the top and BB's dress being so simple, the silhouette was really simple, but there was like a lot of like. I didn't have a problem with the fringe. I thought it was like really well made, and that really pulls back to the fact that Aja helped BB. Aja helped BB with the dress construction herself, and then Aja landed in the bottom, which was super crazy.
Spoiler alert, can't believe she went home. Like, I can't believe BB sent her home whenever she helped her. Like,
it was super crazy because, like, the way it played out, I didn't even think Aja should have landed in the bottom necessarily, but the fact that she did and the person she helped ended up winning the lip sync and sent her home was just, like, a crazy turn of events. I didn't think she would.
From an aesthetic standpoint, I actually liked Aja's can the best, like design wise.
Mm-hmm.
I get that the critique about her not being really branding herself that well in the challenge, which obviously is the challenge. It's not just about fucking soup can design. But I just felt like whenever we were watching it, we thought for sure BB was going to be in the bottom, like, you know, and then it ended up being quite the opposite. Right. So this goes to show, you never know.
And on that same note, you were saying, like, you thought for sure Trixie was going to win the lip sync. And I agreed with you that I thought she should, but I was like, don't count it yet, because you don't have to what's really happening up there.
When we just watched it, like, back just now, like, before recording this, I could see why she didn't. Just like you said last night about, like, the embodiment of the song, which, I mean...
I still was there for what Trixie was giving them.
I was
thought it
too,
was super interesting.
but it also
and fresh.
seemed like she also fucked up almost fucked up the words at one point.
Yeah, it did kind of seem
and like she had some malfunctions with her costume, like which is always not a good thing in front of fucking Rupaul lip syncing.
Not at that level.
Didn't you say something about like a bobby pin, which was like
I don't know what it was. There was something black wire sticking up that like in a later cut was gone. So. I don't know what it was.
Who knows? But then she also I liked the glove pull off or the jacket pull off thing, but it got caught on her glove, and then it made like a good moment when she did throw it, but like I don't know, it was just like little things like that. But fucking at the same time, BB fucking just basically did a Charlie number. Like I didn't see that bitch move, but maybe spin around once. Don't mean to come for you so hard, BB. I love you. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like.
At this level, you have to pick it apart little by little.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
Kind of where you're at with it.
Yeah. And could just be an aesthetic choice, too. Like, you know, it's just different. Everybody has different tastes.
Sure.
Everybody comes to a lip sync show for different reasons.
It's true.
But she did look great in that dress.
And it's fucking Ruth thought so, too. Ruth thought she was a winner.
Very Diana Ross, too.
Yeah.
I just, you know, sad Panda. I'm sad Aja. I'm sad. I can't even talk. I'm so upset. Although if I had to choose between the two, too, if I were up there and I won the lip sync, I would have probably sent Aja home, too, just because I really love Shangela. I don't know.
She's proven herself time again on the show and off the show.
Yeah.
So, she deserved to stay.
It's such a tough decision. I love this format for All Stars, but it is not very forgiving. Like,
no.
You know, they have to really put themselves through the ringer in their relationships and, like, internally.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shit show.
And it was crazy, too, because, like, as soon as the episode ended, we kind of got a little peek into what's going on with the whole mysterious, like, Handmaid's Tale part with the queens leaving, because some of them popped back up on stage with their heads down, so we didn't see who they were.
Yeah, only 3 of them.
So, yeah, we still don't know what's honestly happening, even though they kind of made it seem like we would. So, in the next one, they have to, like, spill the total tea.
Oh,
at this point.
I'm sure somebody on Reddit has, like, clocked who the hell it is from the tattoos and stuff, because they all had, a lot of them, or 2 of them had tattoos, right?
Yeah, at least 2.
Well, sorry we don't have the inside scoop for you.
Head over to Reddit.
I was going to say, if you want to check it out, go to www.reddit.com. And then after you're there, why don't you stop by inbetweenbranches.etsy.com and check out some of our inventory. I think that's all for today's episode. Do you have anything else you'd like to share?
Real quick, I do want to announce that they revealed the cast for fucking season 10.
Oh, duh.
Huge
deal. That's a huge news. That's the inside scoop.
Yeah, we've been waiting for that for so long.
Yeah, and we actually know one of the queens that's on there. Like, I literally performed, like, the same night as her at an open stage, and she is such a sweetheart. Shout out to Blair St. Clair. We love you, and we're really going to be rooting for you. Hopefully you go super, super far, because I know you're a killer performer.
She is. And I think that's something people don't anticipate with her.
Yeah.
It's like they just think she's a look queen and she's so sweet. But I've seen that girl do Beyonce before.
Yeah,
and she did
Beyonce.
Man.
Like, fucking, like, not being able to perform because she's collecting so many ones. Just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's fucking... it's great. It's so surreal knowing somebody on the show.
Obviously, we're rooting for her, but I want to talk about a couple other faves real quick. One for me is Aquaria. You know, I've been following her for so long, and, you know, I thought she was destined for the show because she's so talented through, like, so many facets. We saw her perform live in New York.
And you like her because she's, like, super club kitty, but she's always very pretty. Like, she
doesn't always do pretty. I mean, that's the thing. She is, like, so fishy and beautiful and high-level makeup and beauty when she wants to, but she can also go, you know, so far into the club kid realm and pull the strangest things because that's who she performs with the most, like in New York City. So definitely excited for her.
Like Sussy.
Yeah.
Cecily's like
all the
they know
Suzanne
each other
Barr's
really well.
crowd, really. So who are you excited for?
Besides Blair St. Clair and Aquaria. Oh my god, I really liked the Kardashian. I thought she was really sweet. She seems like she's like kind of like so sweet you'll never know what hit you kind of type. So I'm excited to see what she has to bring.
She kind of had a different personality than what I feel we've seen on the show too, just from the little Meet the Queen. So I'm excited for that.
It seems like semi big girl who's like really comfortable with herself, but also like very kind and like doesn't need to like cut you down to like feel good about herself. So that's a good one. Who else?
The Vixen from Chicago. We've seen her perform live, and she kills it.
That was her. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her, on the show and what she can do. We love a Midwest girl.
Who else? I know there's like somebody like glaring that I'm forgetting, and I'm gonna feel terrible after this is all said and done. But there was one more. She was kind of like. I didn't like. We watched the Meet the Queens last night, and I did not like her at first at the start of the Meet the Queens clip of hers. But by the end, like she was one of the ones I was most excited for. Vanjie, I think is like it's like rhymes with Banji.
That was part of her name. I can't even tell you what the rest of it. It's Alexis Mateo's daughter.
Yeah, Vanjie. It was like something Vanjie Mateo or something. But yeah, she seems like really fun. Really excited to see her. I also really like the Queen with no eyebrows. It just kind of had like more of like a graphic
Dusty
dot
red
brow.
bottoms.
Yeah, she was cool. She seems like serving a little bit of like Acid Betty in terms of like the couture makeup.
She's just serving New York in general.
Yeah. That's all that I can think of off the top of my head.
Monet Exchange is another one I'm excited for too. She's a super talented queen. I know she's been in the scene for a while, so I'm happy to see her doing
all the girls seemed really talented. We were talking, you said you think it's going to be like one of the best seasons so far just because they're all so talented or something.
Yeah.
You said
10s across the board.
Yeah, right. But who's going to be the one?
The premiere is March 22nd, so I know we'll obviously be watching.
Hell
Will
yeah.
you guys be watching too? Let us know in the comments.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure we'll buy the season pass on iTunes, only to not have it until the next day because fucking bullshit.
The struggle.
Hey, but don't worry, you can log into vh1.com and just keep using different emails or Facebook accounts. There's that. We haven't ran into that problem yet, so... And if you're a VH1 producer watching this, don't worry, we love the ads. We watch every single one of them. I'm definitely planning on buying all the stuff that I see.
Everything. All the things.
All the things. All right, thanks guys for watching. Remember to leave your comment below about who your favorite queen was from the announcement, who you thought should have went home on Drag Race, who you thought was the winner is on All Stars, all that stuff. So
we're getting close to the end. So
we are getting close to the end. It's over halfway for sure. It has to be if we're getting the handmaidens back in this bitch. Be sure to leave a like too if you like the video. We always appreciate that. It helps us out. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you around.
Bye.
It's hot as fuck right now.
Yeah, and to explain these, this is our sponsor here. Our Etsy shop, In Between Branches. We have a cute couple pieces here. We've got this little piggy bank. This is a goofy one, and obviously that was Donald Duck.
There's a hair in my coffee.
Well, yeah, life with a cat. So we just wanted to show off a couple cute pieces we have in the shop.